friends. This is Ernest Sears Jr. with SOS Peak Performance Coaching, coming to you with our 13 red flag video series. We have covered 1 through 11, and today I'm in Flagstaff still with my wife, who is on the Mesa Governing School Board, and she's attending some seminars, and so this is an opportunity for me to escape the Phoenix heat and also do some business for myself. So today we want to cover number 12 of the toxic red flags, and number 12 has to do with someone who disparages the character of others based on past failures, past missteps, past mistakes, things that a particular person has had to go through in their life, which really builds character and helps them to become stronger, more innovative, more resourceful. But you have a person on your team or in your circle or one of your business colleagues who has a habit of taking someone's past mistakes, someone's past missteps, someone's past issues or known failures, and throwing those in their face, throwing those failures in that person's face, or using those missteps and failures to disparage their character. And that is a red flag that you really need to look out for. If there's anyone on your team who consistently does that, this is someone that really needs to be coached. You need to talk to them about the benefit of being able to be open to people that have lots of different past experiences that can not only inform the team and benefit the team, but benefit themselves. It's very important to be able to be welcoming and open and accepting of people's past mistakes, previous eras, people's failures, because those are the things that through those particular experiences and trials that people grow. I mean, we all have them. We all have things that we can look back on and say, yeah, that was a big mistake I made. Yeah, that was a big failure. Yeah, I remember that situation. That left a battle scar. And as a result of those things, we are better for it. All of us. We're all better for those experiences, whether, at the time we thought they were good experiences or not. But when you look back on them, you realize that you would not be the person you are today. You would not be able to accomplish the things you're able to accomplish right now. You would not have the arsenal of resources that you have right now had it not been for some of those failures. It's very important on the road to success that you take those failures and you turn those into weapons that you can use to continue to move forward. You turn those into perspectives and ways of looking at things that allow you to be successful and allow you to help people around you to be successful in terms of how those past failures benefit you now and enable you to make better decisions. They also enable you to help those people in your circle to, number one, avoid those pitfalls, avoid those particular situations, so that they learn from your trial and error and don't have to go through those particular things. There will be other trials and failures that they will have to overcome and go through on their own, regardless of what you're able to save them from, right? They will have their own battle scars that they will be able to attest to in their lives. But it's very helpful as a leader, as a coach, when you can speak to real failures, real issues that you have had to overcome. I mean, that only adds to your credibility. It adds to your character. It adds to your authoritative voice. When you have serious things that you have had to overcome, trials that you've had to walk through, that fire that you had to go through that, perfected you and perfected your craft. That's your story. That's yours. And so when you have somebody on your team who uses those past mistakes and those past failures of others to disparage their character, and sort of say, hey, this person is not going to be good for that job, or this person cannot be trusted because they were in this thing, or they did this, or they failed, doing this. I really think that's a bad idea to have somebody like that on your team, unless you're able to coach them, and if you're able to get them to see how that is not the right way to go. And as I said in a couple of other red flags that I described and expressed and clarified for you, you need to be able to get them to see themselves in that particular scenario. Get them to see themselves as having failed, as having gone through some character building challenges. Get them to see themselves in that situation so that they no longer begin to point the finger at or disparage somebody else's character when they realize that somebody else could be doing that to them and to their detriment. And hopefully that is something that will allow them to see the light and stop doing things like that, because that's not the way to go. That's not the way to be. So looks like my light here. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Hopefully you got something out of that. I felt that is a red flag that may be similar to the one that we discussed last time. Number 11 had to do with someone who quickly draws conclusions about a situation without knowing all of the different data, knowing all of the different sides of the argument. I believe that is similar to this, but not quite the same. I was going to put them under the same umbrella, but honestly, when you're talking about people and their character, I think that is a slightly different topic and theme that really warrants its own category. So again, leaders, coaches, coach your people to realize that people's past failures and past mistakes are character building, and allow them to be able to have their own story to tell. Allow them to build their own legacy and build and create their own voice, and allow them someday to be a leader and a coach and have something of substance to offer their followers, right? So hopefully you learned something from that. That was toxic red flag number 12. People who have a tendency to disparage the character of those based on past mistakes, missteps, and failures. And don't we all have them, right? Nobody wants their character disparaged based on something they did in the past that they've learned from and that they're now using and leveraging to be successful. This is Ernest Sears Jr. With SOS Consulting Peak Performance Coaching, coming to you once again and wishing you an amazing Saturday. It is Saturday, June 10th, 2017. I actually just finished watching the women's final of the French Open. I'm a tennis buff, and I just saw one of the underdog beat someone that was supposed to win the women's championship. Those of you who don't follow tennis, I know this doesn't mean anything to you, but some of you possibly do. So it's very exciting to see new blood, fresh, green tennis players, getting to the top of the game very quickly. Her last name is Ostapenko, and she is the new women's champion at the French Open. She beat Simona Halep, who, if Simona Halep had won, she would be the number one player right now. But anyway, again, remember, it's important to reflect. You got to reflect on what it is that you've done, and then you have to recalibrate. Take those lessons from what you've been doing and figure out how you're going to how you're going to tweak your plan, tweak your strategy, okay, so that you can reinvent yourself. And you're always reinventing. Reinvention is the key to this game, is the key to success, is the key to having a legacy. So again, reflect, recalibrate, and reinvent. Take care, everybody. Talk to you next time.